on this episode of A Tale of Two Hygienists.
I would really like the show to continue to feel the way that it has as far as being a place for education and to continue to be a place where you can come as you are, wherever you're at in dentistry, and leave better.
I think at the end of the day, we're all here in this community because it means something for us and we want to create an impact, and we're just naturally curious, just like we get involved in our patients' lives. But while having fun with it, that's going to be our secret sauce.
You know, a lot of hygienists that have these quote-unquote side gigs. We're going to hear from dental hygienists that have started something that is in some way or another dental hygiene related, and maybe will be thought-provoking for you.
Yeah, this is a tale, oh yeah, a tale of two hygienists. So there might be only one, bringing the best of dental knowledge, and we do it all with ease. We cover oral health and screening, and preventing gum disease. We're gonna do a lot of learning, and have a little bit of fun working at the dentist. A tale of two hygienists.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of A Tale of Two Hygienists podcast, episode number 519. I'm your host, Andrew Johnston, hosting this for the very last time. Thank you so much for being here. We have some really big news in this episode because it is in this episode that you learn who the new co-hosts will be for 2026. And it's really exciting to have them on. And we're going to tell you a lot of things about what they have planned. So what kind of segments they have and topics and how they plan on interacting with you all, stuff like that. So be sure to stick around for the whole entire episode. And I'll tell you, I'm really excited about these two individuals because the hiring process for these positions was done in painstaking detail. There were multiple rounds, there were questionnaires, there were panel interviews, and because of the excitement each of these new hosts also have, I know that they're the right choices. It's time for a new direction for the show. I'm really excited about the show. I've loved this show, but it needs a new energy, and they're absolutely going to bring it. So congratulations to them, and congratulations actually to you, the listener listening, because you're in for a really good time. People have asked, hey, what are you up to, Andrew? And so for me, I'll still be around. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like. I'm still taking some time to figure that out. But one thing I do know is that one of my strengths is really trying to support people from behind the scenes. And I know it doesn't probably seem like it since you've heard my voice, and I've been on the show for, more than 10 years now doing this, but I don't love the spotlight. I find that I'm a better support person. And so while you probably won't hear from me too much, the mission's still going to be the same: support the dental profession and support the dental hygiene professional. And that is what I will be doing. So if you wanted to follow me and see what I'm up to, I probably won't post all that often, but I will be on LinkedIn. Feel free to always message me, especially if you're up for a chat on, like, if you have a project or you have something that you are working on that you need some help with, or you just need someone to bounce an idea off of. I'm always available for chats like that. So while I won't be here, I'm definitely available to be helping anyone that has anything going on. So as I sign off for the very, very last time, I just want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you for listening. If you're a long-time listener, short-time listener, it doesn't matter, especially those long-time listeners. Thank you for sticking with me for so long. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your messages. Thank you for the love. I've definitely felt it. Thank you also for coming here and supporting all these people that come on the show. A lot of them are new to this part of the industry, the first time that they're sharing their information, and you've shown them a lot of love and a lot of support as well. And that's big. And the fact that you come in and you want to listen to a dental podcast, it really speaks about who you are as an individual and how you want to get better for your patients and how you want to learn new things. And to me, that's saying something. So, I'm very grateful for the type of people that show up for me and show up for the show every week. And again, just wanted to say thank you very much. And with that, enjoy this introduction of David Torres and Jessica Atkinson.
A tale of two hygienists.
Listeners, welcome into the interview portion of the podcast. Joined today by the new co-hosts of A Tale of Two Hygienists, Jessica and David. Thank you both for being on.
Of course, man. Happy to be here.
We're excited.
Oh, so we just had our first kind of like brainstorming session, which I'm really excited about. You have a lot of really good ideas, and listeners, we're going to get in that to that a little bit later on, and talk about like what's to come, like what we want the general feel to look like, and all that kind of stuff. I don't think feel and look actually go together. What we want the feel to feel like and the look to look like is what we're actually meant to say.
Or the feel to
But hey,
look to feel.
that's why I'm retiring. I can't say words anymore. Like we're done doing this stuff. But I think the best place to maybe start again is at the beginning, not at the very beginning, but like at maybe like who you are again for the listeners who have not come across any of the many things that you do. David, can we start with you?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is David Torres, and I am a certified registered dental hygienist down here in Florida. Been practicing for over a decade. I was actually a guest in this podcast, episode 88. And so since then, it's been quite an honor to be able to join the platform now. I have three small kids, and a fun fact about me is I also met my wife in hygiene school. So we've been practicing and together, graduated around the same time, and or around the same time, at the same time, rather. And so we are a dental family. My brother also is a dentist. So we are very excited to continue our path, our career, and be able to kind of like get to talk to other fun dental people in this community as well.
It's interesting because, like, with that, it's like you guys are getting like a 3 for 1 with David. Like, you're getting like his stories with the people he knows, and then his wife's, and then also his brothers. So, he brings a lot to the show. I'm really excited that you're gonna be here. Jessica, I don't know who doesn't know you, but like Jessica, let's why don't you
A lot of
introduce your
people
own
don't
self?
know me, but I'm working really hard to meet everyone in the world. It's one of my goals. David, you did such a better job than ChatGPT did in producing.
You wanna
When
start with how you stalk people? Because that's not a good introduction, I don't think. It's not a good look.
when I found out David was gonna be my co-host, I wanted to know everything there was to know about him. So I asked ChatGPT. I said, "Tell me everything there is to know about David Torres, CRDH." And Chat did a pretty good job, but David, you did a better job.
That's awesome.
Well, I I don't know I don't know what ChatGPT would say about me, but, um, I have my own experiences to share with everybody, and, I have a dog. Her name is Lady, and unfortunately, she won't have any hygiene stories to tell, but she did get her 2 little teeth in the very front pulled out recently. I guess that's a common thing for golden doodles. They have these 2 little tiny teeth that like to they go out. But, okay, introduction. My name is Jessica Atkinson, RDH, BSDH, MED, FADHA, the alphabet soup of accolades, I guess. And I am an educator at heart. I am full-time faculty at Tech University, and I own a company called Hygiene Educators. And because I love education and I love dental hygiene, I love all of those things. And fun fact about me, I found a new favorite treat. They're called I think I like sweet tart ropes. This is gonna tie back to one of the episodes I did with Andrew recently that not recommend you go and listen to because it's mostly about getting older and how you need to think about fiber and protein in your diet. And I have something to share with all of you, the fun fact of the day. If you like sweet tart ropes, I would suggest one of my students told me about this company called Joyride. It's called Uncommon Candy and they're cherry berry ropes, and they have 9 grams of dietary fiber per serving. You're welcome.
Mm.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Folks, that's the kind of nonsense you're gonna get on the regular from Jessica. No, you know what's interesting? First of all, I'm actually can we go back to Lady for a minute? Do you not feel like you need to have an episode on, like, animal dentition and, like,
Oh,
I
that
don't
would
know.
be cool. Actually, one of my clinical educators, she was a vet tech for a long time and cleaned dogs' teeth for a really long time.
That's weird how you have that connection in your back pocket and didn't say anything earlier when we were talking about that. And then David, we were talking at, dental hygiene seminars about horse floating. Wait, was it teeth floating for horses? You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about that?
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
put this little drill bit in the horse and they just kinda, like, file down the teeth because if you don't do that, then I can't forget. I can't remember what I was saying about it. They'll keep growing or something.
Yeah, yeah. And no, and Well, I mean, I don't have any horses. We just heard it from one of the vendors that were there. But I do have two small dogs, and guys, I scale my own dog's teeth, right? Whether they like it or not, that's what I do. And so I think
Is it
uh,
legal?
I don't know if it's
You
legal,
you do
but
need you do need to check with statutes.
well,
You can
here's the thing. It is brushing teeth, right? We do the brushing teeth, and then sometimes you get a little carried away, and then you. I don't know if I professionally do it like a dental hygienist, but I mean, like, hey, if
Good cover up.
there's a piece of plaque that looks a little bit suspicious like calculus, and you just kind of get it, you know.
So I think this is a good time for maybe a parting word of wisdom for both of you from myself. Whenever you're about
Ooh.
ready to incriminate yourself, you say, I either may or may have not done X, Y, or Z. And that way nothing can be proven. And if you go
Absolutely.
into elaborate detail, you still might not have done it. Pro tip. You're welcome from
Got it.
one podcast to the
That's a
next.
really, really good pro tip. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Man, that I don't know if you guys know this, but, like, so the FTC is, like, the Federal Trade Commission, I think is what it is, but they monitor all, like, the radio waves and, all the airwaves and
Mm.
stuff. They are hot on dental hygiene podcasts.
Oh, okay.
They listen to us, they transcribe our episodes and just, like, read it for fun, like,
Mm.
that's what they do. So, you gotta
For
be careful
fun,
about what you're saying.
or are they reading it to, like, get cozy at night and fall asleep?
I don't know, not a TLC
Not
hygienist. It's just a
anymore.
rip-roaring good yeah, it was for a while. No, it's no, not so much. Um, okay, so let's talk about what the future is gonna hold. Let's start with vibes. I'm a vibes guy. Everyone knows I'm a vibes guy. Like, what give me a vibes check. Is that person, cool? Yeah, they're cool. What do you want the show to feel like?
Oh, I would really like the show to continue to feel the way that it has as far as being a place for education and to continue to be a place where you can come as you are, wherever you're at in dentistry and leave better. Like, you can come and you can feel validated, you can feel educated, you can feel connected, and you can turn around in whatever aspect of dentistry you are in the next day, do something differently because of what you engaged with on the podcast.
I like that. I'm definitely picking up what you're putting down. I like to think of it like a patient appointment, right? Like we all have different types of patients. We all are different hygienists. But if you can somehow go to your appointment, get some knowledge, get some education, get some reassurance, and have fun while doing it, that's what I want to be able to create, right? Like I think at the end of the day, we're all here in this community because it means something for us and we want to create an impact and we're just naturally curious, just like we get involved in our patients' lives. But while having fun with it, that's gonna be our secret sauce. Andrew, I think Jessica and I are already having too much fun, but is being able to create that environment where others can come in and feel the same vibe.
Yeah, there's a whole, like, selection process, and I kinda kept the listeners informed a little bit along the way, but I thought it was pretty aggressive how we were selecting just what I was just the in quotes, co-host for a hygiene podcast, but, I think ultimately the thing that we're looking for is exactly actually what both of you said. Like, it does need to maintain education because that's why people are here. They wanna learn something, and they wanna learn something that even if they can't apply it in their life right now, they can apply it later on down the road. But they also wanna know that, that they're not alone, right? They wanna know, like, what other people are doing around the US specifically, but we'll have some Canadian guests sometimes. We'll have people from other countries sometimes. There's gonna just be, just a wealth of knowledge coming in. All the interprofessional stuff you guys talked about earlier. So the education is gonna be, still the mainstay, but you guys are both really fun people. Why? I mean, you say don't go back and listen to that episode, Jessica. I promote the crap out of that episode because it was so much fun. Like, that's what real hygienists and just real people do when they get together. They just start talking, and a lot of it's nonsense, and a lot of it's just like, "Hey, let's see if we can eat horses or zebras," or whatever we said that it was,
It
giraffes or
started off
something.
as educational. We were talking about really important screenings. When you get to be the age
Oh,
of
yeah,
40, really important screenings to consider for your health, like a
that is where it
colonoscopy.
started. Yeah, that's where it started. It took a big swing to the other way, but, and then David, yeah, like you said, just like the fun. The fun's gotta be there, and what would you imagine I mean, you 2 are gonna have fun creating these things. The guests coming on are gonna have fun with you as well. What would you imagine the interaction with the audience is gonna be like? Because from what I was hearing from you earlier, it's gonna be a lot more interactive.
I will personally love it if here's the thing. We get stuck on like what we want to hear, obviously, because of natural curiosity, but we also need some sort of guidance and feedback from our audience. Like, what are some of the things that they really, really enjoy out of that specific episode? Like, hey, I would love to know more about like pets cleanings and I would love to be able to evolve that within my career, see if I can do that on the side or see if I can go work for a veterinary tech. That'd be super helpful for us to know. And after all, it's kind of what we do already, right? Like we get so much out of life as much as what we put in. So being able to kind of engage like that through either social media or emails or however, guys, please reach out. We honestly want to make this as impactful as ever. And there's a lot of like, the best way that I can describe it is when I was in my youth, when I was younger, I just kind of wish people told me more about this, right? And this is a platform where we can do that, right? We can interview a hygienist or a dental professional that's been doing it for a really long time or maybe just started and how we can kind of bridge that gap and help each other out. So I would love for our community and our audiences to be as involved as they want to get to really just level up each other in that way. And after all, dental hygienists, dentists, dental profession in all has evolved so much from when I started. I can only imagine how it will be the more we take this on forward.
And we want to be part of that process. And we want to know what you're excited about or what you're curious about or what you're maybe concerned about. And to discuss what this can look like. And at the end of the day, help us be better for the community that we serve, our patients.
I think that some of the best episodes that we've ever done were ones that weren't even close to be on my radar, right? It's the one that sent me a LinkedIn message of all places, like because LinkedIn is where you think of about having fun. You're like, "Hey, social media fun? LinkedIn." And so they sent me this thing. They're like, "Hey, I do this interesting thing. Do you want to talk about it?" I'm like, "Heck yes, I do." There's a hygienist, and uh, oh, this is not meant to be a backhanded conversation or insult to her, but, like, it wasn't the most exciting of episodes, but dang if it wasn't thought-provoking. Dang if it wasn't I think it was on, like, a medical billing something or other, like, integrating medical billing into dentistry, which is it's just unique. It's just not something that we ever think about. It's like and then she started this business doing it, and I'm like, "Man, like, she is doing well. Like, that's a smart little avenue, and so, it's that kinda stuff I think that supports what you both are asking for from the audience right now is, "Hey, we need to know. We need to have, some direction on the things that you want." Now, I will say, though, having said that, you do have very much a game plan going in. It's a long list of topics that you wanna cover, probably honestly enough for 2 years worth already. So hopefully this is more of a 2-year project or longer. Let's talk though about, like, what's next? Like, what's the next couple of episodes gonna maybe look like? Or what's it gonna focus on? Or how are you constructing the types and formats of the episodes?
Our conversations this morning were deep and wide and varied. And the idea was considering that this is one of David and my, for lack of a better word, side gig. This is something that fills our cup in ways that our 9 to 5 can benefit from. Meaning, like, the things that I do within the industry, they all connect one with another. And we were just talking about the fact that we know a lot of hygienists that have these quote unquote side gigs. And so you're going to hear from dental hygienists that have started something that is in some way or another dental hygiene related and maybe will be thought provoking for you on how you can use the things that you know from your identity as a dental hygienist in other avenues.
Yeah, and with that said, I think I'm actually personally very excited about this. In the spirit of like psychics, right? And being able to connect with other people that just like, how did you manage to do this? Like, aren't we all busy all the time? Like, aren't you like tired at the end of the day? And the more I learn and the more we're going to learn as a whole is understanding that people, when somebody's passionate about something, they go to the moon for it, right? Like in after hours, they work hard. They get in that flow state of being able to make that happen because not only do they believe in the idea, but they believe in themselves. and they work to make it happen. And that's a little bit of what we're going to be doing as well. We're going to work on our platform, on our podcast, to be able to make sure that we are engaging with the audience and try to give you guys as much content as much valuable content as we can find. But starting the season, starting the next year, starting anew, we're hope to lock in some interviewers and people to come in and talk about their journey for the side hustles and their businesses and stuff like that. I think it's so cool.
Jessica, you said something right there that I think I can definitely relate to, like the whole filling the cup thing. I think David, you're right. I mean, we only have so many hours in a day. Like, how do we find time to do this? But I think there's so many of us who are unhappy, and I think that we're unhappy because we aren't getting that. It doesn't have to be like a gallon sized cup that we have to try and fill. It can be a teeny tiny thimble sized cup. But I think there's so many people who are thinking, I just need to get completely out of clinical hygiene, or I need to get completely out of the space, and that's just not true. And I've told the story many times on the show, but it's like, when I started feeling those burnout symptoms, the thing that kept me in it was doing humanitarian aid, going on a mission trip, trying to help others. Then we started the podcast and all this, like all of these little things that it doesn't seem like I have a lot of time for. I mean, I had 3 jobs at one point because it was just these little things that kind of kept that scratches the itch, that fills that cup. I love that so much.
And they feed
Okay,
into each other.
they do. They
They feed into each
absolutely
other.
do.
Like, in my role as an educator, or in my role with continuing education, or in my role as a now podcast host, all of these things feed into each other and light fires in those different avenues. Like, the things that I listen to on podcasts have definitely shaped the way that I teach. And when I teach, I have ideas of like, "Ooh, I would like to know more about that by someone who knows more about that than I do." And this is one of the platforms that you can really get that itch scratched.
Mhm. And I love that you said that because I think that sometimes we also don't know what the end game is, right? Like we need to be fulfilled and satisfied during it. But all of these are experiences that we're learning, we're growing, we're taking that next step. And you know what? At the end, you might fall into something really, really amazing. Same, just from personal experience like that, that's usually been the experience. All right. So last question, as we kind of wrap things up, I kind of want to give maybe not necessarily like projected look, because I know it's still getting kind of put together, but what are some of the other topics you want to tackle in dentistry that might pique the interest of the audience right now?
Other topics I wanna tackle. There are a lot of things I wanna tackle, but one is I would say the understanding of how to classify, AAP classifications. What does that look like in practice? How do we bring ourselves to the standard of care, which is now our AAP classification, and really have that aid in the process of getting to health for our patients?
Another cool one that we started juggling around was, we are healthcare professionals, right? And so things like oral cancer screening, have we seen a case that we talked about? Like I personally have seen not 7 types, but 7 patients with oral cancer screening in my career. And these are things that, it affects us on the daily. And so it goes beyond prevention, it goes beyond dentistry, it affects the overall health. And the more we dig into this, the more we start realizing we can make an impact each and every single day in our careers. And the fun part about our topics that we're gonna come about is that we are gonna get to that point where we're like, huh, I didn't think about it this way, or I want to learn a little bit more about that. Or there was a guest in a podcast that, you know, said a personal story that resonated with me. Maybe I should start doing that. Um, so I'm excited for that. I'm excited, and there's a lot more other topics. Does you have anything else?
I really love that you said the personal story. So we're looking for opportunities to share how our industry impacts people's lives and how we actually are making a difference and improving how people live in a number of different ways, whether that be their oral care, whether that be finding cancer, or whether that be for us practicing finding a side gig that scratches an itch. We really want this to be a place where you're finding real life application and the the benefit of what you're doing, the acknowledgement that what you're doing every day does matter. And how we can make it matter maybe a little bit more. If there's something that you want to add into your appointment series, if there's something that you need to address within your appointment series to make it a better experience for not only your patient, but also you as a clinician, and really showcase the kinds of the education and the expertise that we have can make a tangible, real difference in the daily.
Yeah, Jessica said it best. I mean, we listen to these things and somehow we absorb that and we create that ripple effect on our everyday life. So, how cool would it be that you listen to this podcast and you listen to that specific episode that resonated with you and you immediately go to work or you immediately work on your side hustle and you're like, oh, I heard something that was very impactful today and I'm just going to apply that 'cause I have more of that confidence.
There's going to be a lot of opportunity for you listeners to have interaction with them. They're going to be really working hard behind the scenes, not only creating amazing content for the normal shows and the bonus content, but newsletters, social media. They're going to be doing a lot of social media, and we're going to have still on the website is a way to drop in a voicemail if you wanted to, and so just their email addresses are still getting set up, so TBD on that one. But you're gonna have a lot of ways to contact them, but I couldn't be more excited. I'm so happy for you guys. Thank you so much for saying yes, first of all, to taking on this thing. I know it's not an easy gig to say yes to, but I couldn't be happier with the two people who are taking over. So thank you so much. Any contact information, any messages you want to give to the listeners before we sign off?
Go to the place where it's so much fun for social media, the LinkedIn. You can find me. You can find me where Andrew hangs out for inspiration. LinkedIn, Jessica Atkinson, RDH, BSDH, all the letters that happen after that. That's where you can contact me in the interim until I get my actual handle for the Tale 2 Hygienists.
Yep, same thing.
I
I'm gonna go ahead and connect with you now just for the LinkedIn. Um,
Woohoo! We'll
I,
be real. We'll be friends.
yeah, same thing. While we get our, but as with the episodes air, we'll definitely leave our contact information because we mean this. We want you guys to be engaging with us and deliver.
Awesome. Thanks for being
And
on.
Of
before
course.
we before we end though, Andrew, I just want to say thank you for creating something that I was so excited to continue. And what you and Michelle created at the beginning, David and I would really like to continue for as far as we can see and provide the dental community with resources, education, maybe a laugh or two, and a legacy. So thanks for letting us continue to carry the torch.
I appreciate you saying that. Thank you. That's very sweet. All right. I'm going to edit all that out, though, just so you know.
No, you're not.
All right, listeners, that is our show for today. Thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to reach out to all of our guests. Give us a follow on social media. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you have a minute, head over to our website and sign up for our newsletter. All right, we'll see you on the next one. This has been a production of Endeavor Business Media, a division of Endeavor B2B.